Welcome to the first segment of My Cup of Joe channel, the story of Bluemax. I'm going to go ahead and say, if you want the full experience of this story, don't skip to the end of this video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, start the video, start the story. Here we go. Once upon a time, of course, once upon a time, there was a boy, and he was standing at a water fountain, and, well, this other kid came up to him and told him a word that he didn't know, and it made the kid very upset. So upset that he cried, ran to his teacher, went to his teacher, and his teacher was like, what's wrong? Why are you crying so much? He was like, well, I was standing at a water fountain, a boy came up to me and told me a word I didn't know, made me upset. So the teacher went on to ask, well, what's the word? He goes, Bluemax. The teacher, just outraged, told him to go straight to the principal. You don't say that stuff around here. You go to the principal's office right now. So he's confused, still crying, very upset. He goes to the principal. The principal's like, what's a kid like you doing in here? You're a really good kid, honor student, straight A's, whatever, nice. Never been in trouble. What's wrong? He's like, well, I was standing at a water fountain, a boy came up to me, told me a word I didn't know, made me upset, so I went to the teacher and told the teacher, and she sent me here. And the principal was like, well, okay, well, what's the word if it's that bad? Kid goes Bluemax. Principal just straight up, you're gone, you're expelled, screw you, be gone. So, kid, still sad, confused, goes to his grandmother's house. His grandmother, gets home. She's like, well, where were you? I was supposed to pick you up from school, and you weren't there. So he was like, well, Grandma, sorry, but I was standing at a water fountain, and a boy came up to me and told me where I didn't know me. He said so, and I told my teacher. My teacher told me to go to the principal's office, and I told the principal, and the principal kicked me out. She's like, well, honey, what's wrong? Like, what could you have said that was so horrible that they kicked you out of school? I was like, well, Grandma, I was standing at a water fountain, a boy came up to me. No, he said Bluemax. Sorry, guys. Sorry. She goes, that's it. I disown you. Get out of my house. So he goes home, goes to his parents' house. It's where he always goes to his grandmother's house after school. And his grandmother takes him home because his parents are at work. So that's that situation. So he goes home. His mom comes home first, and she's like, honey, I was supposed to pick you up from your grandmother's. What are you doing here? He was like, well, Mom, I was standing at a water fountain. Boy come up to me, told me where I didn't know. Made me upset. So when I had to go tell the teacher. Told the teacher. Teacher sent me to the principal's office. Told the principal. Principal expelled me. Went to Grandma's house. Told Grandma. She straight up disowned me. She's like, well, by the way, his name is Billy. Little Billy. What was so terrible that all this has been going on? He goes, well, Mom, the word is Bluemax. She goes, that's it. Go upstairs right now. Wait for your father to get home. He's like, damn it. Okay. So he goes upstairs, wait for his dad. His dad comes home from work, fucking barges in, knocks the door down, whatever. He's like, Billy, what the fuck did you do to make your mother so upset? He was like, well, Dad, I'm sorry, man. I sang at a water fountain. A boy came up to me and told me a word I didn't know, made me upset. So I went and told the teacher. Told the teacher. Teacher told me to go to the principal's office. Told the principal. Principal kicked me out, expelled me. Went to Grandma's. Told grandmother. She disowned me. Came home, told my poor mother, and my mother told me to come up here and wait for you to get home. He was like, whoa, what's the word, boy? He goes, Dad's Bluemax. He's like, that's it. Pack your fucking shit and get out of here. So, boy packs his stuff, leaves home, walking down the street, comes across a minister, pastor, preacher, and he just goes, what's a young kid like you doing wandering the streets, this late? He's like, well, Father, I was standing at a water fountain. A boy came up to me, told me where I didn't know, made me upset. Went and told my teacher. Teacher told me to go to the principal's office. Told the principal. Principal told me to get out. I'm expelled. Went to my grandmother's. Told her. She disowned me. Went home. Told my mom. She told me to go upstairs, wait for my dad. Waited for my dad. Dad came home. Told him. Raised hell. Kicked me out. Preacher goes, whoa, son, what's the word? He goes, Bluemax. He's like, everything that is holy, you go to church right now, and you repent. So the boy goes to church, and he's like, God, I'm sorry, forgive me, but I I was standing at a water fountain. Boy came up to me and told me where I knew him. It said, so I went and told my teacher. She told me to go to the principal's office. Told the principal. Principal expelled me. Went home. Told my grandmother. Grandmother disowned me. Went home. Told my mom. She told me to go upstairs wait for my dad. Told my dad. My dad kicked me out. Going down the street. Ran to a preacher. Told the preacher. Preacher told me here to go repent. God goes, what's the word? Boy goes Blue Max. God burns down church. You know? Kind of happens. Well, church is burning. And Popo shows up. Fire department. Whole 9 yards. Police officer comes up to him, get his report. He's like, son, what did you do? He's like, well, officer, I was saying at a water fountain. Boy came up to me and told me where I knew him. He said, went and told a teacher. Teacher told me to go to the principal's office. Told the principal. Principal expelled me. Went home, told my grandmother. My grandmother disowned me. Went to my house, told my mother. Told me to go upstairs wait for my dad. Told my dad. Dad kicked me out. Told the preacher. Preacher told me to go to church to repent. Well, repented. Told God. God burned down church. He's like, well, that's a hell of a story, boy. Well, might as well tell me what the word is. Blue Max. 30 years. Boy got locked up. Little Billy. 30 years. Well, them 30 years came and passed finally. Little Billy got out. It wasn't Little Billy no more. It was Big Billy. And Big Billy was pissed. So, he's determined he's going to go and he's going to find that boy. All those years ago. Told him that word. And he's going to find out what it means. Well, after some hard researching, some hard looking, he finally finds that boy. And he asks, you know, I've been through it all. I've been through hell. You put me through hell. I went to jail for 30 fucking years, man. All over that one. So you're going to have to tell me, what is Blue Max? He tells him, well, you're going to have to go 7 streets down, 7 blocks down, all the way to the 7th house on 7th Street. Go 7 stories up, 7 steps up to the 7th door, and you will find out. So Big Billy goes 7 streets down, 7 blocks down to the 7th house, up 7 steps, 7 stories to the 7th door, and he knocks. And a gypsy lady answers. And he tells her, I'm sorry to bother you, but I was saying get a water fountain, and a boy came up to me and told me where did I know. It made me upset, so I told my teacher. My teacher told me to go to the principal's office. Told the principal told me to go home. He expelled me. Went to my grandmother's house. Told her. She disowned me. Went home. Told my mom. My mom told me to go to service for my dad. Told my dad. My dad kicked me out. Went down the road. Ran to a preacher. Told the preacher. Preacher told me to go to the church. Told God. God burned down the church. Told a police officer, and I went to jail for 30 fucking years. So now I want to know what the fuck word means. Blue Max. Starts waving her arms around, all gypsy-like. Just constant repeating, Blue Max, Blue Max, Blue Max, Blue Max, Blue Max. And this big-ass blue dog jumps out behind her. Chases Big Billy down 7 steps, 7 stories, 7 streets, 7 blocks, all the way back down the 7th street. He walks across the road and he gets hit by a bus. Always remember, the moral of this story, always look both ways before crossing the road.